Hello, welcome to Crypto News. Today is March 7th, 2026, and the top cryptocurrency news is as follows. Today we'll start with our countries and go to the Central Bank of Kazakhstan, which wants to invest $305 million in digital assets. Let's just say that it hasn't said what those will be yet, but we all know that it will definitely be Bitcoin. And from what we're hearing, to get that money, it will be taking it from other assets like gold, as they say. So another country in crypto. Moving on to a new exchange, we'll go to KuCoin, which Dubai orders the exchange to cease operations. Specifically, the Dubai Digital Assets Regulatory Authority has ordered KuCoin to cease operations in the Emirates because it is not licensed to provide digital asset services in Dubai and therefore cannot operate there. And this is the second region in the world where KuCoin cannot operate because, as you know from Crypto News, it has been banned from operating in Europe because it has problems there as well. Moving on, we will go to a new ETF and we will go to 21 Share, which issued a Polkadot ETF in the US, and we will see if it has inflows in the coming days with the market situation. Moving on to our coins, we'll go to Curve Finance, which accuses PancakeSwap of copying its code, and this code concerns a feature called StableSwap, with Curve Finance saying that if you want to enjoy using StableSwap without legal problems and borrow some of our expertise to keep users safe, you can contact us for a license and collaboration. We'll see what happens at this point, but the one question I want to ask is, how are you decentralized when you're not fully open source? Because as far as I know, DeFi like Curve Finance, PancakeSwap, and others have their code open source, meaning it's open on the internet and anyone can use it. And it seems that this is not 100% true for Curve Finance, especially in cryptocurrencies, where cryptocurrencies are essentially software. How do you say you are decentralized that is open to everyone if the same protocol does not have open source code so that everyone can know what is happening inside? And we're going to continue to go into tokenization, which is evolving and evolving all the time in commodities. As we've seen in the last 30 days, the market cap of tokenized commodities has grown by 9% to $7.69 billion, with users reaching 189,000. And let's say when we say commodities, we mean gold, where Tether Gold and Paxos Gold are the biggest assets by far, oil, and so on. It's all gonna come to the blockchain, and now we're gonna see what the biggest chains are in that space, and obviously with 5.5 billion is Ethereum in capitalization from its tokenized commodities. Second is XRP with 1.1 billion. Third is Polkadot with 803 billion. Then there are Arbitrum, BNB, and Avalanche. A slightly different picture than tokenized with shares, as you can see. Moving on, let's go to our favorite cryptocurrency market, where Bitcoin is at $67,000. And from what I can see, it will probably enter our channel again. And what happened now that it has reached the price of Bitcoin is nothing more than the numbers that I told you in the previous episode, namely the numbers for US jobs, which came in incredibly worse than expected, and that is very bad for the markets, and I will explain why. Well, as you know, usually when we see numbers like this, we want them to come in a little bit worse than they expect, because right now they are expecting to see a rate cut, and with the US market being weak, that will force the Fed to cut rates so that money starts moving. However, if these numbers come in incredibly bad like this, it just spooks the markets. To put it in perspective, let's say the US last time out had created 126,000 jobs. Last month they were expecting to create 50,000 jobs, but that number came in minus 92,000 jobs. They lost a lot more than they expected, and that's a very big difference. So the market started to worry about the US economy, and that's why Bitcoin fell so much. However, as bad as these numbers are, we have almost no chance of seeing a rate cut in 11 days. We have to wait for next month with some negative numbers, but not too bad because the markets are starting to worry. That wraps up the top news for crypto today, March 7th, 2026. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care everyone and have a good day.